These people that you are saying should be ordered, go and see where they sleep. They sleep in slums, they come to town on borders. So you are telling them there must be order only where they are working. There is no order where they are staying. So what do you start with? Do you start, that's what I told Jesse Muyingo when they are closing school, that they don't have pit latrines. I told the report of the audit, report of National Bureau of Statistics. You go to Karamoja, 60% of people don't have even pit latrines. So, and now you say they must have them at school.
Thank you. I'll certainly get back to you. Honorable Sabiti, do you agree that there is a bit of a political impasse in the wake of the election?
Well, I see a lot of soldiers in town, which is a little bit unusual. I've always been asking, what are these soldiers for? We have concluded elections. Is there something happening? So maybe it is the state to tell us why there are so many soldiers around, if there is some trouble. People need to cool down, to get out of fear. Elections were concluded. Many people complained on our part as a party. We felt this was not an election. It was just allocating votes to different people, particularly the government people. So I think government should come out and explain why this environment, why people are getting scared looking at soldiers, at the policemen everywhere.
Okay, by the look of things, there are issues to do with political freedoms, the shrinking civic space, the state of affairs generally, a despondent populace, and certainly uncertainty over whether we are into transition or everything. Do you think the time is right for a national dialogue of some kind?
There has always been need for that dialogue from the past to date. There are things we have not sorted out as a country. People complain of dictatorship, use of force, stealing elections, disrespect for the rule of law. And in my opinion, there is a need for government to think hard about how Uganda should be governed. These elections that we have gone through, I think every sincere Ugandan would say they were unfairly done. Dressing the whole country from Karamoja to Chisoro, everybody being given a yellow shirt or a yellow dress to appear as if the whole country is yellow, and then you cheat these elections and you say, I have won, and you bring soldiers around to make sure nobody talks, says anything. I think there is need for those in government to think of, can we sit down and discuss the future of this country? I think it is necessary.
Thank you. Councillor Muyizi, how much do you have to contend with as counsel for the National Inter-Platform Party and as a political player, given that today you have heaps of cases post-election, you have unrest within the party. We gather there is a bit of disagreement here and there. your principal is out of the country, and the issue of political prisoners?
Well, Simon, first, everyone will agree we have a despondent society, a sense of uncertainty and confusion post-election. And it is not about to be resolved if we continue to see the government putting a straight face to state things are okay. As a lawyer in the National Unity Platform, the journey that I've walked since the election period started, if I'm to narrate it, first, we were faced with a problem pre-nomination. Several of our candidates being picked up by drones, prospective candidates. A few did not manage to nominate. As we were struggling with that lot, then we were faced with those who managed, under harsh circumstances, to nominate, being denominated, with a view to having some big fish unopposed. We went into the election period. You saw the violence and discrimination as against our candidate, particularly the heavy involvement of the military in the election exercise. We maneuvered to get some people elected. Come election day, we witnessed several of our candidates having all results in their hands, but negotiating to be declared as winner. Some managed to be declared, many were not declared.
So negotiated victories?
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
Where you had to call lawyers and everyone in the tally centers. And a few things returning officers would say, now this is too much. You know, even now I'm from overnight election petition preparations. An election petition is an inquiry of sorts. You get a lot of information. But as a practitioner who has been at this for more than 15 years, the kind of petitions, grievances that we have on our desks now, looking back, says it all. You have even those who managed to be declared. After being declared, the same Electoral Commission that declared them winners has certified results where they are not winners. Having declared them as winners, they're now certifying declaration of results forms for those they declared as losers, as winners. Leave alone having declared people in the third position, because that is another set of petitions that we have. So most of the petitions, our prayers are going to be that the one probably who was declared winner did not win. And now, we are going to see even those who did not win seeking for the same prayer of having won an election which they did not win.
On the other hand, of recent we've seen a number of political prisoners being released. Is this a win that NUP celebrates?
Meanwhile, as we were struggling with the electoral malpractices, violence, and illegalities by even the Electoral Commission, then we had thousands of our supporters being arrested. We have a record of over 3,000 supporters and leaders having been taken to prison. Information is not coming out that even some actually died in detention, especially towards the election date. This is all being...
That's a big statement.
It is. It is true. In prison. People have died in prison. I'll say it on TV. Out of this suffocation. Simon, we found our people in prisons, cells, which were supposed to hold 20, holding 200 people. In Luzira here, remand. People beyond 40 years could hardly survive